There's a kind of tired sleep can't fix. It's not from working too much. It's from waking up every day and pretending you care. Pretending you're okay with the job, the people, the version of yourself you're dragging around like dead weight. You check all the boxes. You smile when you're supposed to. And deep down, you feel like you're watching someone else live your life. This isn't burnout. It's spiritual claustrophobia. You're not tired because you've done too much. You're tired because nothing you're doing actually matters to you. And if any of that hits, you're not broken. You're just waking up. You're not tired because you're lazy. You're tired because you're living life like it's a performance. You smile when you don't mean it. You nod at conversations that bore you. You fake energy, fake interest, fake stability, because you think that's what being an adult is supposed to look like. You're on autopilot, every day, burning energy to maintain a version of yourself that no longer fits. And that kind of tired, it's not something sleep can fix. It's not even burnout in the way we talk about burnout. It's disconnection. Disconnection from what actually lights you up, from your instincts, from your real voice, the one you buried so deep under responsibilities and expectations that you forgot how to hear it. You wake up and you're already drained, not because the day is hard, but because deep down, you're bracing yourself to get through another one of these days. The kind where nothing you do feels like it adds up to anything that matters. It's like running a race where the finish line keeps moving. You're sprinting on a treadmill, sweating, panting, pushing, and yet you're going nowhere. No wonder your soul feels sore. This isn't about laziness. It's not about hustle. It's about alignment. And until what you're doing matches who you are, your energy will always feel counterfeit, borrowed, fragile. You don't need more caffeine. You don't need another planner. You need to stop lying to yourself about the life you're pretending to enjoy. But the world doesn't want you awake. They want you just alert enough to clock in, just ambitious enough to keep chasing, just insecure enough to keep spending, but never so clear-headed that you start asking real questions, like, why do I feel empty after doing everything they told me would make me happy? Why does normal life feel like a slow death? Why am I more productive than ever and still unfulfilled? Because here's the truth they'll never say out loud. Your confusion is profitable. When you're disconnected, you consume more. When you're insecure, you chase validation. When you're overwhelmed, you don't think, you obey. The system runs on your self-doubt, on your fear of missing out, on your belief that you're never enough, but maybe one more product, one more goal, one more self-help video will fix you. So they'll keep you scrolling. They'll keep you distracted. They'll keep you numb. Because a numb person doesn't rebel. A numb person doesn't change their life. A numb person keeps the machine running. But the moment you start to feel again, really feel, the moment you stop numbing yourself with noise, that's when everything shifts. That's when your exhaustion becomes a message, a warning light, and not something to be fixed, but something to be understood. You know what's more exhausting than living the wrong life? Realizing it. Because once clarity hits, it doesn't come with comfort. It comes with grief. Grief for the years you wasted pleasing people who never saw you. Grief for the potential you buried to stay safe. Grief for the version of yourself you abandoned just to be accepted. That's the part they don't talk about. Clarity doesn't feel like a breakthrough at first. It feels like a breakdown. Like you're waking up in a house you didn't build. living a routine you didn't choose, becoming a person you barely recognize. And now that you finally see it, you can't unsee it. But this is where most people panic. They slap a bandage on that pain and go right back to pretending. Back to numbing, back to hustle, back to the lie. Because numbness is easier than change. Discomfort is safer than destruction. But here's the Stoic truth. The pain you feel isn't proof you're failing. It's proof you're finally awake. You can't fix what you won't face. And clarity? That's the blade that cuts through the noise. It hurts, but it frees you. Because once you see the lie, you can stop living it. The world says add more. Another habit, another tool, another motivational quote slapped over your anxiety. But the Stoics knew. True strength isn't built by addition, it's built by subtraction. Start removing. Strip away the fake urgency. Strip away the need to prove yourself. Strip away the routines, the people, the goals that feel like chains instead of choices. You don't need to do more. You need to get brutally honest about what no longer serves you. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. And you've already wasted enough." So this isn't about becoming a new person. It's about shedding everything that's not you. Quietly, strategically, without apology. Take your mornings back. Take your mental space back. Take your time back from anything that drains you without returning something real. This isn't some life overhaul you post about. This is private work. Silent rebuilding. Because the strongest minds don't rise by hype. They rise by removal. When you finally start living a life that feels like your own, you don't need to announce it. The silence says enough. Because now, you're not running. You're not chasing. You're not explaining. You're moving different. No more emotional whiplash from trying to please people who never liked you. No more collapsing under pressure just to keep a version of you alive that was never real. No more overthinking every word, every choice, every move. Because once your energy is no longer leaking into things that drain you, you become sharp. People feel it. They can't manipulate you the same way. They can't distract you with noise. They can't rattle you with drama. You stop being predictable and start being unreadable. And that's dangerous, because people can't control what they can't figure out. And they can't figure out someone who's rebuilt themselves from the inside out. You don't need to fight for respect anymore. You become someone who commands it. Not through aggression, but through stillness, through certainty, through silence. This is what they don't teach. That real confidence doesn't come from adding more to your life. It comes from subtracting until what remains is undeniable. You're not crazy for feeling exhausted. You're not broken for wanting more. And you're not weak for questioning a life that never felt right in the first place. This isn't burnout. It's the cost of misalignment, of betraying your instincts every single day to keep up with expectations that were never yours. But now, you see it. You feel it. And that means you can change it. Not all at once. Not with a dramatic life overhaul. But with small, consistent subtractions. Less noise, less pretending. Less explaining. More silence. More clarity. More power. Because the moment you stop living by default and start living with design dash, you stop being a passenger and you start being a threat. So if you're tired, good. Let that tired become the fire, the line in the sand, the reason you never go back to the numb version of you that was easy to control. They said you were burned out. No, you were just waking up.